Good evening, gamers. We've got another any percent Odyssey race in Division S between Odysseyguy and DannyGeffen. Joining me in the booth, we have Shay. How you doing, Shay?
Oh, I'm doing quite all right. Very excited for today's matchup. We got some pretty epic runners here, not just sub 1, but sub 59. So very excited to see what these two are going to pull out.
Oh yeah, I think it's so exciting when you get the sub one runners. I believe there's only 55 of them in the entire of people who play the game, so incredibly impressive. And we actually have them in the booth with us now. Hi, Danny. Hi, Odyssey. How are we feeling?
Very excited.
Yeah, same for me. I'm excited as well.
No,
I'm excited to beat Danny.
yeah, I'm sure you will. No, we both haven't been playing that much recently, so I'm sure it will be very entertaining.
It
Yeah.
is a double elimination tournament for the S division.
Yeah.
Oh,
So you have a 1 second difference in PB. Does that make either of you nervous, or is this just pure competition?
Fair competition, friendly competition,
yeah.
but competition.
I'm glad to hear it. I hope that'll build up for a really good race. Is there any tricks that you're really worried about? Are we going to see DSS from either of you?
Absolutely
No.
not.
That was a no.
Yeah.
Okay, fair. But if you were going to tell me the trick that you're the most worried about, which would it be?
Not club.
Shards, the fast shards, maybe.
Shards
Like,
are it's difficult.
yeah, shards is pretty hard. But also like stuff in wooded, like nut clip and all that.
Just like lunch in general scares me because I'm gonna have to do spiritless because I'm against someone with a PB better than me. So
Well, I'm excited to see Spiritless.
yeah, I'm not.
Well.
Mhm.
The death jump is what I call it, the box jump across luncheon.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll be very excited to see how that goes. But if you are both ready, you can ready up in the race time. And I
All
wish
right.
you the best of luck.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
What are you excited to see today, Shai?
Well, I've mentioned this multiple times when commentating SMO. It sounds like we might see some DSS today, so I am very excited about that.
Well, definitely not from Odysseyguy. He seemed very adamant that that was not going to happen.
Yeah, but Danny even said he might even go for Spirulus, which is something I've yet to see. So
Really? I was talking just then about the death jump. That jump is absolutely terrifying. As the floating boxes, yes, you know where they are, but not only got to activate them, but you've got to land on them. And
yeah.
it's super terrifying, but when someone gets it in a race, it's incredibly hype.
Yeah. What's even more hype is the fact that we are getting a one-sided race here. As you can see, Odyssey is the only one producing any kind of gameplay.
Hopefully, Danny is just refreshing his system. It could be
It's been blacked out since we joined.
Hopefully that just needs a refresh. But let's have a little look. Because you can follow these runners, and I believe that the runners are live. So let's just quickly.
Assuming they're not on an alt.
I think he might be.
There we go.
Brilliant. So a funny thing about the beginning is there's a faster load on digital than there is physical. I found this out earlier today, and I think that's such a strange way that someone can save time just having the digital copy over the physical.
Yeah, well, it's not even like a small amount too. Like it can be the make or break for a sub 1. It's 11 seconds of time saved using digital. So.
And you've got to think, in a race, having a physical copy must feel like you're starting at a disadvantage.
I'm sure it could probably feel like that, yeah.
So we're starting off great. I'm assuming both of these will be doing left side. Unfortunately, we've seen a few mess ups of left side, but I'm very much hoping that doesn't happen today. I would love to see a sub 1 live.
Was trying to figure out what was going on because I commentated a race. I think it was yesterday or the day before, and it was SMO, and someone was running a physical, and their physical copy, and running physical is the reason they don't have sub 1. They have a what? They have a 1 hour flat.
Oh, that must be heartbreaking, but I think you could still get the bragging rights for the 59 if you're on a physical copy at that point. Surely.
Definitely a 59 runner, 100%. You can't deny that. But unfortunately, due to it being a physical copy, it's labeled as just a 1 flat.
Both these runners had an amazing start. Left side went without a hitch, and the topper fight, beautifully executed.
Very true, very true.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually very much enjoying Odyssey at the moment. There's a lot of amazing tricks, and for me, the best thing about Odyssey is the movement. I just cannot get over some of the movements that these pull off.
Yeah. Now, unfortunately, it looks like Speed does not use run.gg, so we will not be getting his statistics for this race, but we will be getting Danny's.
Well,
wait, why is Speed on here? I just kind of picked that up. Wait, hold up. It's not... Well, I have Danny's info.
Well, we're about to see if anyone does go for DSS.
Danny, don't let me down. No, Danny.
Neither of them are going for DSS. And unfortunately, Odyssey taking the small moment to get to the cutscene there. A very small time save. But we're still going to see Danny's here.
Wait, we can change it?
The winner of this race will be playing in the league. Now this is all to play for.
This doesn't allow to do anything, Dan stuff.
Okay, good start here. Daddy's taking a small lead already. That unfortunate situation of the dino not quite going down as quickly is... It's a small lead, but in Odyssey, those small leads can become big leads very quickly.
True. It seems like the bonk mistakes in Odyssey are quite I'm struggling with words.
It's okay. With a very movement-heavy game, you would expect that bonks wouldn't do much, but it can be make or break, purely for how they set up the movements.
Yeah, true.
But this is a double elimination. So the person who loses will still have a chance at the Pro League. However, the person who wins will be guaranteed a spot.
Yeah, and Dan stood to respond simply, there is no arrow next to Speed's name.
Couple of technical difficulties with the sheet, but we will keep you as updated as we can, so don't worry about that. And Danny with a small lead. Going into Sand Kingdom, do you think we're going to see any interesting strats here? Potentially a reverse town, maybe?
I would imagine a reverse town from both of these runners here.
I think
being
Odyssey,
sub 59.
I think Odyssey may be a little bit timed out. He may have to use manual DSTA if he was going to do reverse town. But for Danny, I definitely think that's on the cards. He hasn't had any mistakes.
Oh, very, very true. Yeah, with 7 seconds separating these runners as well. So
It's such a tight fit for that.
and even then, like Danny playing so close to his sum of best as well, playing within seconds.
And the good news is, because they are only 1 second out of PD, we can probably get a good idea of how both these runners are doing just from Danny's stats alone.
Well, we have the update. I can now see Odysseyguys statistics as well.
That is amazing. So it does look like we may be seeing reverse town. Very, very clean from Danny. He is definitely in this to win it. I think being 1 second behind Odyssey must be incredibly, not only frustrating, but incredibly motivating for this competition. To be with someone who is so close to you. And get the bird. Oh! Oh, and he is unfortunately going to have to back that up. But he does know the backup, so not too many issues. But that gives Odysseyguy a small chance to catch up some of those precious seconds.
Yeah. Both of these runners on 6 moons.
I'm always quiet during this bit because I don't want anything to mess up in the next movement. I know it is quite difficult, and I've seen a couple of people mess up with the bullet bill here, and unfortunately not having the insta backup.
Unfortunately, I do not have direct access to his any percent splits, Danny's, because his most recent on here is a 59-57.
Well, what I can say is both of them doing that beautifully, having no issue, and except for Odyssey having a bit of trouble getting back onto the bullet bill, but definitely had a very, very good capture up. Let's see this. This is why I love seeing high-level runners. Just the precision of this movement, and getting to see a reverse town, which are things you wouldn't see from a general runner, because the timing for it is so close.
Both these runners are having a really good Sand Kingdom.
Yeah, I was just thinking, I didn't want to say it, but I was just thinking this is a really good Sand Kingdom.
I'll say it, I don't care. Oh, that's a really good cycle on the platform.
Yeah, I was going to say Danny gets a fantastic cycle there.
Odysseyguy also getting a pretty decent one. I always get so nervous when they're jumping in to grab that moon.
Oh, did Danny get... Yeah. I thought he hadn't quite got enough of the coins there. Oh. Odyssey not going for any of the coins. He's taking it risky because, as you know, they do need 100 coins to buy the start and buy the moon in the next kingdom.
At the start, eh?
I've been watching a lot of 64.
But I guess I'll let it slide then.
But he is cutting it close. If he accidentally buys the heart, then he will not have enough for the moon. But we wouldn't expect that from a seasoned professional. Still very scary to consider, though.
Guess I've ever seen anyone accidentally buy the heart, so I'd be very interested to see something like that happen.
I have seen that happen, and it's absolutely heartbreaking. Okay, so the big thing coming up in the next kingdom will be Nut Clip. And both mentioned it. Odyssey was very worried about it. Danny did deflect to it and say that it was a concern. So
yeah, and despite that missed bird by Danny, only gained Odysseyguy only gained point. Okay, no, I'm stupid.
I think the
difference is 0.38 in between these runners right now.
Oh wow! And yes, I did forget Lake. Unfortunately, Lake is always something that I forget purely because of this run. This clip is probably the hardest thing here, and then I completely ignore it otherwise. But thank you so much for chat reminding me that I am still new to this game. Very nice clip there. from Danny. Oh, having a bit of trouble grabbing the moon though.
Odysseyguy also getting one, a pretty nice clip as well.
Okay.
Now, I will say this now, despite the time, like, similarity here with Odyssey only being 0.38 behind at the end of Sand, Danny has the far better SOB.
Really?
Yeah, so the BPT right now is 58 flat for Danny, and after Odyssey, it's at 58.08 currently.
Well, that would make sense with the seconds lost, but at the same time, interesting to think that Danny has a better SOB. It could be that he's more reset heavy, or it could be that he simply is PB
Nope.
due.
No, I'm sorry. Danny's just insanely consistent. No. So Odysseyguys, SOB is a 57.44.
Wow.
And Danny's is a 58.02.
Okay.
Wait. How does that work?
As we try and unravel this stat sheet, we will be going into Wooded. And if I'm wrong again, I will literally, I'm done for the night.
So next up is Lost, actually. So
I'm gonna scream.
I'm kidding. It's Wooded. It's Wooded.
No, it's too late. I've already screamed. I've already screamed.
If you look at the stat sheet, it'll tell you.
I can't understand the stat sheet, so
Really?
I watch the live PBs.
Oh, okay.
This is why I pull the runners up. And don't forget that these runners will be competing for a guaranteed spot in the Pro League. And you can also donate to the Pro League. We are doing a community-funded prize. There's currently $101 towards the prize fund. We are trying to aim for 1,000, so please do consider contributing. Every dollar makes a difference. And we will read out any of your messages if you do donate.
Well, at least we're supposed to. I've never heard a message read. I could be wrong though.
I've read a few.
Have you? All right.
Yeah. I also read Wes's.
Wes's?
Yes.
Oh, I'm guessing for 64.
Yeah.
I gotcha. All right.
Very nice. Hopefully everything in this kingdom goes well for these runners.
I'm sure Odysseyguy is not thinking the same thing.
Yes. He is unfortunately a little bit further
That
behind.
looks good. Yeah. So now Odysseyguy here can't mess up Nut Clip.
Oh! And he's clipped out. And he unfortunately didn't grab the moon.
Well, there's the time save.
So this gives Odysseyguy a huge opportunity to raise up here.
Yeah. Not only a missed moon, but now Danny also needs to go for the story moon.
I am very much in the belief that this isn't going to be a huge detriment. I don't think Danny is going to let this get him down. A simple miss nut clip. I know it is not the best case scenario, but I'm sure from him saying it was the thing he was most worried about, he has prepared to back up.
I think it's something he was worried about, but didn't expect to mess up like that.
Yes. Making the clip and then missing the moon is definitely not something that people would expect to happen. Unfortunately, he will have to kill the piranha and trigger the cutscene.
Which is just so...
But it's not over. There's a lot of race left to go. We're still only on the second kingdom. And nothing's ever over till Mech.
True.
but this gives Odysseyguy the perfect opportunity to take a bit of a lead here. Let's see what he does with that lead.
Well, hopefully not make a mistake. Maybe I'm playing the villain today. Kind of hope for the mistakes to happen, kind of thing.
Well, I will certainly not be hoping for any mistakes. I'm only a blesser of this run, not a cursor.
That's what you use to control your computer.
I didn't want to say anything while he was going with this because I saw someone fail it earlier. Okay, now this is so difficult. If you miss the cycle here, it's absolutely detrimental.
You know, we can say it's difficult, but these runners make it look so easy.
There we go. It's true, it's true. When you watch these races, you would not believe that half of these things are as difficult as they are. But if you tried them in practice, I know that I certainly would fail. Probably 99 out of 100 attempts.
See, the thing is I still get a similar cycle, but that's just because I'm slow.
There is nothing wrong with still competing. You are doing amazing learning Odyssey, and I'm sure we'll be seeing you in the SMO Open next year.
I'd rather the 70 star.
Why not both?
That's too much Mario. Are you trying to make me balance 70 star and SMO 80%? What are you, nuts?
Yes. Hey, we've all done it. Multi-Mario runners do it all the time. I believe in you. Exactly, there's never too much Mario. As we go into Cloud,
That's true, that's why 120 star oh!
I was about to say nothing can really go wrong in Cloud except for fast hats, but apparently you can just fall off.
Man, commentator's curse even exists in your thoughts.
Apparently so. Giving Danny a bit of time to catch up there. Let's see how fast hats goes. Great.
Called me insane.
And very nice. Odyssey not having any trouble with this, except for that small mistake on the way into the cloud fight.
I'm sorry, but did Odyssey just do a front flip punch on Bowser?
I believe I missed that. That sounds incredible. I was unfortunately trying to see how much difference there is between Odyssey and Danny right now.
Odyssey is ahead by 32 seconds after Wooded.
With that death though, maybe losing a couple there.
Probably about, it was a very, very quick death off. Probably like, what, 20 seconds now maybe?
I was thinking he only would have saved like 5 or 6.
23 seconds.
Nice. So, Danny gating on 7 seconds. All these little mistakes add up.
True.
Danny doesn't need a big mistake at this point because the race is so early on.
Well, the last thing I think Danny wants is a big mistake that would kind of ruin his run.
Sorry, I meant it doesn't need a big mistake from Odysseyguy to catch up. He just needs small mistakes coming in. And that was a very nice build. And Odyssey, a little bit of bonks here and there, but overall having a good time with this, I'd say.
Yeah. It looks like he knows what he's doing here in Lost Kingdom, so.
Danny saving a second because he got the moon out quicker than Odyssey. So there we go. It's those little seconds that are really going to make the difference, but they're still quite close, to be honest. For an Odyssey race, a lot of the time... Ooh.
We get the angle. He's not.
And now this is an opportunity.
Yeah. And just like that, with like 2 seconds. Oh, never mind. Oh, never mind. I was gonna say, well, Danny's in the lead. Never mind.
It really does happen like that. Oh no.
Danny, ground pound. Okay, that works too, I guess.
Okay. So Danny, unfortunately, taking a fall there, losing a bit of time, but overall, definitely not the worst position to be in. He's definitely caught on Odysseyguy quite a bit here.
Yeah. I'd probably say less than 10 seconds.
I am nervous, to say the least, because that is a kind of difference that Spiritless could have a huge effect on. And as we know, Danny has said he will be going for Spiritless. Odysseyguy did not confirm whether that would be his option, but hearing that Danny's going for it, he may opt not to, in the hope that Danny doesn't succeed.
Yeah, you know what? True. I mean, not seeing a DSS disappoints me, but if I don't see a Spiritless, I don't think there's a disappointment that can measure up to that time.
Well, I'm sure we'll still see the attempt. It's just whether it does succeed.
Like, the next step is when you tell your parents you want to become a content creator. That's about the next step up.
Tell the parents. Okay, so do you think we're gonna see a 2-cycle or a 3-cycle?
Hopefully a couple 2s.
I'm very much hoping we get a 2-cycle, but as we know, these games are fun and fair. Oh, and he's going for the Goomba disruption. But you know what?
Goomba heck.
Goomba heck. Oh, both of them getting the Goomba heck. Very clean, and Danny catching on Odyssey.
Yeah, right on his tail.
Odyssey is going to be praying. So in the pre-interviews, Danny did confirm that he will be attempting Spiritless in Luncheon.
I think Dance is making fun of your accent.
Well, let's see a nice 2-cycle.
Because he's confused on why you're saying Spiritless when you're saying Spiritless.
Alright. It's fine.
Then so just confirming real quick. No, after a loss, 9.4 seconds. So let's see here as we get a second cycle from Odyssey. Ooh, looking rough there.
I am. It's okay though, it works out.
Yep,
Rough,
there we
but
go.
successful.
Oh, Odyssey struggling to grab the moon. I love how, so Cappy calls them multi-moons. When you collect it, they call it a grand moon. I've never been more confused in my life.
It's not just when it's the multi-moon?
Sorry?
Isn't that just when it's the multi-moon?
But that was also a multi-moon, but they called it a grand moon.
I apologize for my other
In English.
co-commentator. We might be able to hear slightly.
Sorry?
You not heard the third co-com?
No.
Good.
Now I did. Alright, full dram. I was gonna say Odysseyguy looking a little bit sketchy there with his.
Okay. A little bit of a bonk, but they are so close together right now.
Oh yeah. Getting any closer, it's a Calvin Harris song.
Do you think we're going to see a reverse pedestrian?
I have no idea what that is, so sure.
It's where they grab both moons at the same time while going backwards through the pedestrian area. So they grab the top moon on the way to the other one. I think we're going to see at least an attempt.
Okay. I'm like, what pedestrian area? It's Metro. There's pedestrians everywhere.
In the little
I know what you mean now. I know.
Oh, okay. This could be another case of me just being incredibly English. But look at that. They're so close to each other.
Well, with their closeness, it's a very good thing that COVID restrictions are not in place anymore.
I am so nervous for this. Because I actually found out not too long ago that you've got to aim the camera down or you could actually clip through the moon.
You can clip through the moon?
You can. If it's not on screen, it doesn't exist. And someone actually clipped through for that reason in one of the races yesterday.
I always have to aim down. That's just because I don't know where the heck it is.
Well, then you do it right. Whether on purpose or not.
I mean, good to know. Now I know to never switch that, but... Oh! Danny getting a small lead there with landing right on top of the moon.
Well, not just that, going for the dive movement, Odyssey decided to do a ground pound.
Oh!
And we are going to see an attempt! Oh, Odysseyguy not quite making it. And this is what I was meaning. Danny successfully doing it. Great
wow,
to see.
That does not look easy.
It is not, and it is gonna save him quite a bit of time here. This gives Danny a couple of seconds of lead. Danny, who's been catching up.
And just like that, from Night Metro till now, 4 seconds ahead of Danny will be completely lost, and Danny will probably be about 4 seconds ahead of Odyssey.
Well, I'm glad you finally got to see it. It is very cool, very difficult, and I've only seen it done 3 times, or attempted 3 times, in the races that I've been watching.
I am sincerely loving the struggle from VGR to spell out my name.
Well, if you struggle to spell his name, maybe you should spend some time at his stream. You can follow the amazing Shicely.
I mean, I hear your link's in that command too, right? So why not just follow both of us at the same time? Save the seconds. We're about speedrunning here. I mean, they're both there at the same time. Might as well just send her.
Speedrun follow for them. Okay, very nice. And Danny, he wants to save those precious seconds. Hopefully, this is all gonna go well. I do believe both will be doing the snow jump. So that, yes, at the end where you go and get.
Oh, snow dram.
Yes, snow dram.
Okay.
Everything's called dram, so you know.
Ooh, doesn't even need a wall kick off the boxes. Odyssey just using the boxes.
Well, they're there.
Yeah, no, fair enough. I personally wall kick off them, so I use them at some point.
Well, let's see how this goes, coming into an area that causes a little bit of a kerfuffle for some runners.
I never hear that word used unironically. That threw me off a little bit.
This is the third time my vocabulary has been brought up in commentating this week. Yesterday it was for Je ne sais quoi. And, oh, Danny, unfortunately, having a bit of a mistake there with the movement, and Odyssey takes the lead again.
Okay, I'll say this now before chat starts yelling at us. I would like to say Odyssey did get snow clip.
Odyssey did get snow clip.
So before chat's just like, oh, Odyssey just pulled out snow clip. I said it. All right, leave us alone.
We're doing our best. And so are these runners, because this is neck and neck. Odyssey and Danny changing positions 4 times already in this short amount of race.
Alright, let's see the vectors here. Oh, maybe not. Oh.
I unfortunately saw a race the other week where one of... Well, I'm not going to say what happened until... Where one of the Goombas died, but not only that, where they, on the next attempt, unfortunately landed underneath the platform. It was detrimental. Put it that way.
that would be painful.
So I'm very glad to see that that went well for both of them.
Oh, yo, that threw me off so much. The scene behind the gameplay changed when Danny collected the moon. And that trips me out. I can also no longer read dances or video game reviews name anymore. So if they type in chat, I'm just going to look at how far away the message is. And I'll assume from there. Or I can just look for badges. I guess Danza does have that green sword, so...
Finally, someone understands. Just colorblind things.
Funny enough, did an eye test. I have like the quad color receptacles where I can like see very, very fine detail and color.
Ooh.
So it's hard to read, but I can see the outline of Dance's name. But yes, it is very, very hard to read.
I don't actually have an issue with it, but I completely understand that some would have an issue with it. I do like them dancing in the background though. On such a hype race, seeing those maracas shaking, doesn't it get you excited?
I mean, I can't hear them, so...
We should get some maracas.
Oh dear Lord. I was talking about the background changing so rapidly. Oh. Yeah, it's really not like a fade in or fade out. It snaps into place, kind of.
Well, now they are both going to be trying, I assume, fish dips coming up. So hopefully that goes well for both of these runners.
Nah, no way you just use the basic terminal. It's fish and dips, man. Come on.
I'm afraid I don't have the and.
Yeah. You're English. You say fish and chips on the regular. That's normal.
How often do you think we say that?
I don't know, probably every time you guys go to get fish and chips.
It depends. Fish and chips are very different from different places. And oh, Odysseyguy giving Danny a oh, never mind. Danny unfortunately taking the bonk as well in a slightly different place and not taking that opportunity to catch up.
No, so funny enough, Odyssey didn't bonk. I just missed movement. Some unfortunate happenings.
Well, let's grab the fish and go for the dip. I'm not going to apologize.
Nope, Odyssey's not going for it.
Odyssey decided, probably due to the fact that he has a small lead here. I probably wouldn't go for it if I had a small lead. But will Danny flip in? No, Danny manages to stay out. Having a good time.
So that's
This
gonna
could
save
change
quite a bit of time. By quite a bit, I mean Danny is now quite literally on Odyssey's rear here.
I completely understand why Odyssey didn't go for it, but it has given Danny an opportunity to catch up a little bit. So
Yeah.
I think we're gonna have to keep an eye on these sorts of things, especially when it comes to luncheon, and he will be pulling out Spiritless.
True. Or so we're told, at least.
Yes.
How true that is, I don't know yet. I feel like Danny wouldn't lie to us.
I also feel like he wouldn't lie to us.
Danny seems like too nice of a guy. I feel like Dance is about to go like he's the worst human being ever. But that's Dance's humor, so that wouldn't surprise me.
I believe both these runners are amazing people, as are all SMO runners. I do not know a bad SMO runner, and if you do know one, don't tell me.
You're in the booth with Owen.
Hey, no, I am not. I'm with the best. I'm with Shy
well.
Guy.
Oh, well, fair enough.
And that's it. There is such a small difference between these runners. To maintain a closeness for 38 minutes, this close with this many takeovers, is incredible.
Yeah, very, very true. And also to clarify, Dancer, because you say some of the most sarcastic things. And it is funny, so I'll give you that. At least it's funny.
Okay, Dancer bullies the booth. We are aware of this.
Exactly.
And here is everyone's favorite stage and the healthy fear that I have, luncheon.
An unhealthy fear. What?
The healthy fear. I did say this the other day when I was with Lucine. I have a healthy fear of luncheon, and if you don't have a fear of luncheon, you are lying to yourself.
Why would anyone have a fear of luncheon?
Because it has some of the most stupid movement. And Odysseyguy going for Spearless.
Oh no. Oh, that's a lot of pressure on Danny all of a sudden.
Yes, it is. He will have to make this. And he does! Amazing! Do you know what the biggest difference is if you make Spearless?
I would imagine that's probably about like a minute.
No, what I was referring to is the flame guys don't appear. So you will have to use damage boost to get across any lava points. So that makes keeping your lives up, your health up, a little bit more important.
Interesting. You really love your dad jokes. Dad jokes are pretty funny. I feel like only the good ones, though.
Is there a bad dad joke?
I don't know. I feel like a classy fish being called sophisticated would probably be not the greatest.
That is some sophisticated movement right there. I like that one.
I'm a little bit disappointed I didn't say any of this in Luncheon. Or in Lake or Seaside.
I know. But did you see there where he had to do the damage boost?
Yes.
This is because it's the only way to get across at this point.
Interesting.
And now we've got the forks. This is really easy. And a nice bit of movement.
Okay, Hot Boy just said it's also about 10-ish seconds. There's no way Spearless only saves 10 seconds.
You've got to think at their PBs, 10 seconds is a lot of time.
Yeah, but it just doesn't add up to me. I feel like that Spear fight is so long.
It's because you cannot get the same moves that you would usually get because some of them aren't there, nor are some of... And this is what I meant about the damage boost, making sure that you keep your health up important. Danny taking a death.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Taking a second death.
Oh, that's true. You missed like literally 3 free moons. And, Danny not having a very good time here.
Third time's the charm, and hopefully this isn't the end for Danny. For Odyssey, getting that first time, definitely in a better position. I guess we'll have to see how the jump of death goes.
Yeah,
But
true.
very nice nut throw.
Very nice. What?
Nut throw.
Wait, there's a nut throw here?
That was the nut. If it's not a nut, it looks like a nut. And very nice from Odyssey. Having no issues with that jump. It's a nut. It looks like a nut. It's a nut. It looks like a nut.
It does not look like.
It
What
looks
nut
like a
does
nut.
that look like? What nut does that look like?
Like an acorn.
That is. What acorn has green sticking out of the top like that?
All acorns have a little stem out the top.
Yeah, but they're not green. Especially not that
Could just
long.
be an underripened nut.
Please never say that again.
It's whatever it wants to be, and I will make it conform.
It's a turn up.
Now this is the. There we go. It did look a little bit dicey for a moment, but Danny does get the jump.
I mean, we could argue and
Oh no! Does he know the backup?
There's a backup for that?
Backup for everything.
Oh, well, fair enough.
Having to go all the way to do that jump again.
I mean, we could just call it a turn nut. That's the thing, I guess.
I'll
Combine the
take
two.
10 up.
Okay, there we go. Only with
Let's
you
go.
in the booth, though. Any other time, I'm calling it a turn up.
Okay. And Danny getting the moon on the second time. This has been an awful luncheon for Danny. Danny needs something to go incredibly wrong for Odyssey for there to be a
Wasn't
real
Odyssey
difference.
bringing up the shards?
He was worried about the shards, yes.
So.
And I guess we will be seeing in the not too distant future how that goes down. But for now, Danny just needs to get out of luncheon. And I can see that chat is cursing the run. I don't think it'll make a difference. This run has already been very cursed in luncheon. As we
No,
go...
they're cursing. They're 100% going to be cursing the other guy, right?
Maybe. Maybe they are cursing Odyssey. But as we go into Ruined, please do remember this is for a spot in the SMO Pro League. And we are doing a crowd-funded prize pool. So please do consider giving. Any dollar would make a difference. And don't forget to follow us for constant Mario in all categories.
Yeah, also, not to mention, so the required donation is a minimum of $50. So, you know, take out a bank loan, you know, steal your mom's credit card, do what you gotta do, alright? Just kidding, please do not do those things.
Please do
CCG
not
is
do
not
those
liable
things.
for any kind of legal action that is pursued against you for stealing.
That action was not endorsed by CCG. However, you can give whatever you can. It is greatly appreciated.
Yes. Siren just kind of zoning in. Siren, don't worry about it. I didn't tell anyone to steal their mom's credit cards, okay? I promise. That was not a thing that was said. Anyway, so a minute and a half separating these runners here. Danny needs something from Odyssey to go wrong here. Maybe a death at the end of Ruined, like.
I think that may quite be the difference here. That if something doesn't go wrong for Odyssey, this could be it for Danny.
I mean, not even just something wrong, like something like absolutely painful to look at would have to happen. Like something absolutely terrible. Who's who on the predictions? What?
As we remember, that the winner of this will be going against Speed, as well as getting the place in the Pro Leagues. The loser will be going against Matt Sock. So this is a double elimination. This isn't the end of the road for either winner.
Also, I'd just like to say that there was no prediction for this SMO race.
Well, there may not be one for this race, but I voted in the prediction, so I can't get rid of it. That's why.
Hmm. So Mr. Watt didn't vote, I don't think.
No, he didn't. So he certainly can tell everyone that Black Vike won the last.
Nope, no, he can't. Why are you on mobile, sir? I mean, we appreciate the view here at CCG, but however, why would you put yourself through the torture of using Twitch mobile?
To be fair, I use Twitch mobile a lot.
I only use it on like car trips kind of thing, like when I'm going to like a 3-hour drive with my parents. And I'll just literally binge watch 16 and 70 Star the entire time.
Well, you know,
because it is the weekend, it is my time off. Yeah, you can use Twitch on your computer on your time off.
Well, now Danny will be joining us over here, and hopefully for him, Shards doesn't go too well for Odyssey, but it's looking like Odyssey is not planning on any mistakes. It was close, but with that mess up from Danny and Luncheon, the unfortunate 2 areas that he did struggle with, that added so much time that it may not be possible for him to catch up. We're not saying anything can't happen, we're just saying right now it's looking good for Odysseyguy.
You know what I just realized? So, during some of the downtime here, you know, obviously Shards is going on and that's pretty exciting. But I noticed this. So, Matse was forced to donate by Dansta, but I'm looking at the sheet here. I don't see a donation from Dansta. What's that about?
Well, while I can't comment on that, I can say that Odyssey had an amazing Shards. That is not what Danny's going to want to hear. If the Harriet and Topper fight go well and Mech shows no problems, this could really be an issue. But I can see the chat is spamming the spy to help Guy. And truly, I do not believe Guy needs any more assistance, but if this is an assistance for PB, I could get behind it.
I just realized there's not really one that we can do for Danny. Correction, I did think of one, I'm not allowed to say it.
Yeah.
Oh, Odyssey. Alright.
And he's going Harriet first. I'm actually a Topper first kind of guy.
Are we allowed to fire commentators at CCG? Is that a thing?
People have been threatening to fire me for 3 days now. I have diplomatic immunity.
Danny. Ironically enough, Danny's struggling on Shards.
Not what we want to see when the Harriet fight is going so well for Odyssey right now.
Went perfectly.
But getting birdless.
That's true.
So Danny is, you know, fighting all fights. Let's see how Topper goes.
I can't imagine doing Topper first. That just hurts my soul to think about.
I like him. He's a funny little guy.
Yeah, wouldn't you argue save the best for last?
No.
No?
I'm the kind of person who eats my dessert before my dinner. So
Well,
he is going to add a small amount of time here because he will have to regain his health. But not enough for Danny to catch up, unfortunately.
nah. That little cutscene that he has to wait for his health is going to save Danny about 3 minutes.
So it may be small, but every second matters. And Danny having a good Harriet.
This is looking like a pretty nice Harriet.
Oh, but missing the final jump. Let's hope that he has a successful topper.
I hope so. I can't bear seeing Danny take another mistake.
It would certainly break my heart to see Danny get any further behind when he had such a good start to this run.
The BPT looking like, let's see here. Oh, no. We might see a sub one. That's a big might.
Well, looks like we've got a birdless, and I hope we're going to see target acquired as well. Do you think we're going to see the new version or the traditional version?
I don't know. I don't think I watch enough SMO. I know what target acquired is. I didn't know there was multiple versions of it.
There is a new version that includes a backflip dive. It means that you don't actually have to leave the map.
Huh. Well, we're about to find out right here.
Oh,
Did not get a target acquired.
missing.
That's big.
That does give a little bit of time here for Danny to catch up. Having to wait for the bird. Oh. Odysseyguy coming into the chat. Doesn't seem happy with his performance here. But still ahead.
I will say this now. It is never a matter of are you faster than your PB, it's a matter of are you faster than your opponent.
That is 100% correct. And in a race, you may not get the run that you want, but as long as you get the run that you need, then that's all that matters.
Yeah. And let's see the mech time here. What is the BPT? Let me see that spicy BPT. I don't think he lost.
Target acquired. Very nice from Danny.
Epic.
That's how you do target acquired. Oh, and we've got sass in the chat from the runners.
You know what? I love it. I love the BM. It warms my soul.
Danny taking shots. But that was the new version of target acquired, saving an extra second. He is, you know, he's counting his seconds. He's working on it.
Yeah, true. 2DSS.
Saying he needs to do something to make himself feel better about his 7-1x luncheon. It was a tragic, tragic luncheon. And realistically, it may have been faster to do Sphere. That's probably the biggest thought in his mind right now.
That is a certain subreddit called Screw You in particular. However, it does not say screw. But it is the funniest subreddit, and you could argue putting that luncheon in there.
Well, do remember that no one from this is eliminated. They will be going into the Redemption Road bracket, and they will be still fighting for an opportunity.
But however, whoever wins this is guaranteed, so.
And we've got a new chatter. Hello, Slicer. Gonna get a sub-hour time and calling it a trash run. I haven't even beaten the game in 3 hours before. Well, you know what? I believe in you.
I have.
Keep going. 2 hours, sub 2 hours, coming for you soon.
I mean, it's probably trash in comparison of his normal run that he would like.
I think this is what we always think about when people talk about a bad run. They're thinking comparatively to how they play.
Yeah.
I've seen world record holders say that this was such a bad run, and they literally get world record. And I understand, because from what we see as incredible, they see the potential.
Yeah.
And it's quite clear that these runners have a potential above what happened today. There's definitely been some mistakes that they're not happy with, and definitely some movements that could have gone better. But look at Danny doing the one. Oh, unfortunately not succeeding.
Danny, hear me out. I think you're supposed to hold X or Y, not just press it. Could be wrong. I understand half the stuff they do, neither do I, and I'm supposed to be doing this, so join the club.
Well, all speed runs,
complex
big
game.
and small, all challenge runs, all casual playthroughs are still amazing that you take part in the community.
Seriously, giving advice is insane. What do you mean? You mean giving advice is insane?
Let's hope Danny gets this better on the second time around. I assume he will be going for the 2 walls.
Nope.
Nope.
It wasn't the moon clip itself. It was getting over to the ledge over there.
Yeah. And Odysseyguy going in. Do you think we're gonna see 2DS?
I think we might see an attempt just because of how far ahead Odyssey is. I feel like an attempt at 2DSS is not completely out of the question.
I feel like he may attempt it purely because he is not happy with his run and he wants to guarantee the something.
True.
No, he's not risking his sub 1.
I'm so incredibly disappointed. You know what? He can bring this back with an XD skip.
Well, you never know. Danny may attempt it. At this
hope
point,
so.
he hasn't got much to lose, and I would love to see him through the SS.
If he gets 2DSS, he wins. He gets to go on.
If he gets to the SS, like in my books, he wins.
And if you say otherwise, I don't think you understand how hard it is to get 2DSS.
I would love to see him. Spam the granny to help out Danny.
That's a lot better of a run than what I was thinking of.
So it's sad that this really did come down to luncheon, and it's such a difficult place. I said as they were going into it, that it's definitely a place to have a healthy feeling.
Yes, true.
But it does unfortunately break my heart that it didn't quite work out for Danny C. But he gave up a hair to the fight. He was so close.
Also,
Odyssey
ain't no way, Odyssey.
59.
59.99.
Gonna need a retime on that. But GG, Drake's in the chat. Are we gonna see 2DSS?
Right. Danny, please give me a 2DSS.
Just give us an attempt.
I need it. Please. Just go to the right. Just go to the right.
No!
What? Why? Okay, you know what? XD skip. I'll accept an XD skip.
Oh.
Okay, as soon as you can get 2D skip. Oh, okay, yeah. Danny, he's valid.
GG, Drake's in the chat. As Danny finishes up, we will be bringing him in to speak to after this. This is the last race of the day, but do stick around for the post game. And don't forget that you should be following CCG. We have so many Mario-based races, non-Mario-based races, showcases of all types of speedruns. You even got Jack and Daxter coming. So please do consider following us. We have recently hit 2,600, and we would love for you to be part of the first 27.
Also, can I just ask, am I allowed to be a commentator if I've never heard of what is it, Jack and Daxter?
It's so much fun. It's really so much fun.
I don't even know what it is.
It was a PlayStation game, and it's honestly so much fun. But here we are, finishing up with Danny. Final time of 101.56. And it is a god tier game. Let's bring in the racers if they're willing to speak to us. GG's, Drake's in the chat.
I wouldn't blame
An
them if they didn't want to.
amazing play.
Oh, we got Danny in here.
We've got Danny in the waiting room. Are we going to be speaking to the winner Odyssey as well?
Yes.
Yes, we will. We have both of the runners waiting to come into the booth. It should just be momentarily that we do have them in the booth with us.
Oh,
Yes.
Welcome in. So I'm going to start with
Hello.
Danny. You had such a good start to your run. Do you realize that you stayed within 4 seconds of Odyssey for a lot of that, and you actually changed positions 5 times of who was in the lead?
it was kind of funny because like in Wooded, I messed up pretty bad because my angle was a little messed up. So, but because I almost died and I lost like 40 seconds. But somehow Odysseyguy messed up enough in Lost and Metro that I could catch up. Because I actually got my best Metro like ever. I golden 9 Metro and then I got a good day Metro. So
Wow.
I made up for a lot of that time loss through that, and then I just in the second half it just all like went downhill and it went horribly wrong. But
Yeah, that's true. He did Gold Knight Metro by 0.33.
yeah.
That's amazing. Congratulations. Getting a goal in a race is still an amazing feat. But Odyssey, how does it feel to have won?
I feel good.
And you did sub-hour still. It may have been close.
I don't know. I don't know if it's sub-hour though. It might already time because I split as 0.99. But yeah, good race.
Definitely a good race. Were you worried at any point when Danny was overtaking you?
No.
You were.
Yeah, I was after Metro. I was pretty nervous because I had a huge lead after Witte and then I blew it out of Metro. I'm like, oh, I kind of screwed. But then he messed up pretty bad in Luncher and I played good in Luncher, so.
Danny, taking Spearless, do you think that was the mistake?
It was a horrible mistake, and I should not like. I didn't want to get like last race. I did as well, but that was because I was so far ahead. But this race, I was like, I could either do it and just hope I make up time, or not do it and just probably lose time to him anyways. So I was like, I'll just go for it because I'm gonna need it to win anyways, probably. But I ended up not needing it to win. But it was like
So,
dumb decision.
in your next race, do you think you're going to stay away from it, or do you think we're still going to see it from you?
Depends on my lead or how far I'm behind going to luncheon. It all depends on that. If I'm far behind, I'll do it to make up, and if I'm far ahead, I might as well do it anyways because I have enough time to spare. But if it's close, then I probably won't. Depends on my opponent, what my opponent's doing. I don't know who I'm racing next, honestly.
Now I have a very important question here. Odyssey, how do you feel about the BM coming from Danny after getting a target acquired?
I don't know.
He was pissed.
I was mad. I was screaming. We were in call when we were doing this, and he got PA, and he was like, "That's how you do PA."
Well, it's good to hear that you kept your competitive spirit friendly. I also want to say, I don't know if you know, but Danny, you will be going against Matt Sock in the next round.
That's gonna be fun.
Matt Sock.
Yeah.
And Odyssey, you're going on to race Speed, who knocked out Logis in round 2.
Ooh.
Those guys losing. Just FYI.
Well, I think
Maybe we'll see the rematch.
I was gonna say, I think we might see a rematch later down the line if they do make it to the finals. But congratulations, Odyssey, you have a guaranteed place in the Pro League!
Let's go.
Let's go! How does that feel?
That feels good. I was actually, because before this race, I kind of wasn't expecting to win, because I hadn't played for quite a bit up until today, but I managed to play all right, so that's cool.
Well, you both did amazing. It's a very difficult. You guys have 58s. It's incredibly difficult to run a good race against another 58 without getting everything new enough perfect. Very, very sorry to see what happened in Munchin with Danny, but you guys are amazing, and I would like to say to everyone, please do follow CCG. We have so much Mario content. Please do consider following our runners, following my lovely co-coms, Shy, and not only that, do consider giving to the SMO League, and this is our last match of the night. So do we have any final words for people? Runners.
GG's.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, GG, and I'm gonna let Shy run us out.
I got nothing to say. Thanks for coming out, everyone. Earl's literally covered everything, so this is peace.
We are going to be raiding out. Do stand by for that. Do